The standard line, better late than never, 10:35 a.m. Saturday morning is a rare Saturday morning boogie with the bull. Good morning, I'm Dave Glovin, and you are not. I'm glad to have you watching. We're live on the Dave Glovin profile here on Facebook. Pop on in there if you want to be in the live chat, or go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel and jump into the live chat there. While you're on the YouTube channel, subscribe and like the channel, and you'll get notified every time the channel is live. And you can go there and take the broadcasts from there and share them anywhere you go on the internet. There we go. The live chat's open on the Dave Glovin profile. You can join me there. Not really sure what will come out of my mouth this morning. Didn't really have a plan. Some people in the latter part of this week that just ended, or is ending today, have said they would like to see some other stuff other than politics. And I keep saying to them, then come on and talk about things other than politics. You know, we'll bring the politics and you bring the non-politics, and everybody will enjoy watching and listening to a Boogie with the Bull broadcast. But we pretty much are at our level of things, which is doing politics. Ichabod Palmer is live in the or is watching Boogie with the Bull today. If he pops into the live chat and tells me he would like to come on, he's more than welcome to come on and give us an update of what he's doing. If you're in the usual crowd, you're more than welcome to pop on. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of ramble for, I don't know, maybe a half hour this morning, and actually pull the plug a little bit after 11 o'clock this morning. Good news is, I guess the house is switching from Xfinity, which is Comcast, to AT&T broadband, and going back to decent high-speed internet, which we need in this house because everybody has a cell phone and or a tablet or a laptop or a computer. And if we're all on at the same time, we on Xfinity, we can battle each other for as much of the speed and quality that any one of us needs on the house internet at any one time. So returning to AT&T broadband will make me very happy. It doesn't take much to make me very happy these days. Gonna take my Bubba here, put it in my hand so I'm not gonna spill it. I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna say, I love you, Dad, because today is my father's 89th birthday, born in 1935. Did many things throughout his life. He was in the coffee business the last few years of his life, and then retired, and his health got away from him, and he passed 5 years, coming up on 5 years, I believe, this December, just before Christmas. So I raise my cup to my dad and take a swig of nothing special. Dad wouldn't think that this morning's coffee is anything special because it's Maxwell House. And Dad in the coffee bars used a really good Italian roast, sold a whole bunch of other beans and ground and all you could think of flavors of coffee, and always drank his black. My mom said he didn't start drinking it black. He just, I think, he just went to drinking it black. But or maybe she said he did drink it black. I don't quite remember. Good morning, William Grant. William Grant is in the Boogie with the Bull live chat on the Dave Glovin profile, and right now that puts him one broadcast ahead of Danny Campbell for the coveted title of who has watched the most Boogie with the Bull broadcasts in the history of Boogie with the Bull. So congratulations to you. A few stupid reminders, things that you probably don't care about, is that Elon Musk is currently the wealthiest man in the world at $187 billion. He owns Meta, which controls Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Threads, and I don't know what else. I really don't care. I do know that more and more lately people have been telling me that all kinds of weird things have been happening on Facebook. People are getting told that you have until sometime in May, I believe, to go through your friends list and I guess clean it up for Facebook, or Facebook is going to clean it up for you. Now, that to me constitutes Facebook will have moved from being a public forum where anybody on Facebook who wants to be my friend can and should be my friend to a publisher, which means that they're going to control who can be my friend and who can't be my friend. And that bothers me because it's bad enough that they can use algorithms to control who sees me when we're on with a Boogie with the Bull broadcast and who sees it wherever I choose to try to place it on Facebook so that you can watch it. And, they don't help us with that. They don't help us with views. They don't help us with advertising, which again, I don't want because I'll take the advertising. I don't want money for it. Any money that comes in will be just like President Trump. He had to get a paycheck, but he could take that paycheck and do anything that he wanted to do with it. Well, that would probably happen if Facebook were to start throwing money at Boogie with the Bull for views that we have on Facebook. We would just actually we either probably wouldn't take it or we would just donate it to charities that need it. Naturally, being a bipolar with dementia and living in that world, some of it might go toward that, but no, probably not really. We're able to take care of me just fine. It probably would be donated. Good morning, Billy Harding up in Leominster, Massachusetts. Billy Harding is what they call a black car driver. Used to be a cab driver when I was up in Waltham, and we met and worked at Central Square Taxi together. Then we all grew up and went into the livery business, those black Lincoln Town cars or Chrysler 300, Chrysler 300s or other nice cars that we could get our hands on, and did it that way. Good morning, Brian Goodman. Brian Goodman is watching, and thank you. And David Navarre is live in the Boogie with the Bull live chat on the Dave Glovin profile. If you're looking for someone to help you with tech questions, David Navarre is a good person. Actually, is a good person for you to talk to. And you should contact him, and maybe he will help you if you don't write him volumes and then yell at him as I did in the past that I wasn't going to do what he suggested and this and that and the other stuff. But no, David does have some good advice. And I got to tell you, based on what David did with Randy Rhodes' desktop, got inside and did in fact clean it all up, that if you trust someone to go inside your computer and flush out what should be in there, David Navarre is probably one of the few people on Facebook that I will tell you, I think, based on what he did for Randy, that you can trust him going inside your devices. Unfortunately, he is not able to go into the brain of a Chromebook and help flush it out. And that is sad because, as I've said, our Chromebook that we're using here is still working 100%, but it needs a little bit of help, and or it needs to be replaced. And I'm bouncing one day between what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do the next day. Jeffrey Brian Chinnebert is watching, and Jeffrey is the person that usually around, I want to say 6 o'clock Eastern, maybe a little bit earlier, Jeffrey comes on to the Dave Glovin profile and posts all kinds of good night and good night memes, and sometime in the morning he comes on and posts a bunch of good morning ones too. So if you're an avid meme collector, you want to be on the Dave Glovin profile in the morning when Jeffrey is posting good morning, and in the evening when he's posting good night, and you'll find some good, sometimes funny, good morning and good night memes that you can post all over Facebook and make your friends think that you're really talented. But you know that Jeffrey Brian Chenneberg probably did most of them. Anyway, like I said, the broadcast this morning could go in 8 million other directions. Hop into the live chat and tell me something that we should be talking about. Let's talk about it, whether it's political or it's not political. Unfortunately, buffoon Biden is still occupying the Oval Office or living in the White House and claiming that he's president. It still baffles me that now he hasn't been removed, because now you read in the news that Iran has 100 missiles ready at the push of a button to fly over and, as far as they're concerned, hopefully take out Israel. And my question is, as Iran is firing each one from 1 to 100 toward Israel, how many countries around the world are going to fire up something that will either blow Iran's missile out of the sky and disable it, or maybe some fleet of technology that I don't understand, punch codes into it, turn it around, and send it back to Iran? It's really time that the nations of the world grow up. And I don't mean go sit down in Davos, Switzerland with the World Economic Freak Show and Klaus the Clown and hope that, you know, the elites are going to buy this world for you and keep you around, because odds are they're probably not. Okay? They're probably not going to do that. Will they keep some people around? I don't know. McDonald's people want $20, $25 an hour to work there. McDonald's deals are going up to over $15, hitting $20 for some. Never going to happen. I mean, my mom raised 5 kids, and we probably ate at McDonald's probably once a week. I can't imagine my mother saying, oh, we're going to stop at McDonald's and everybody get the meal that you want. 5 kids, $25 a piece, $125 for food, $25 for my mom. If she picks something up for my dad, another $25, $150, $175. Ain't going to happen. And if you're an everyday paycheck to paycheck worker supporting your family, whether you're a single mom or a single dad raising kids and paying the bills to survive these days, you can't do it. You can't really do it. And if I owned a McDonald's and they wanted $20 an hour and I could afford to pay them $20 an hour or even $25 an hour, when they show me that they're worth $25 an hour, that's when they might get it. But realistically, I'd start probably looking to price automated kitchens. You know, you never were supposed to get rich working at McDonald's. You never were supposed to be in that one job forever, unless you started at the bottom, cleaning toilets, made your way onto a crew or a shift, and worked behind the counter, then made your way up into the management training program, got shipped off to where maybe you were a general manager of somebody's McDonald's and then got kicked up to owning your own one day. That's when you start to make all kinds of money. But this belief that we have to give McDonald's workers the same amount of money that people who worked for 30 or 40, even 50 years or longer are getting based on having degrees or trade school training and went into a job that can afford to pay them $20+ an hour. But, McDonald's just wasn't it, and people used to think about cab drivers as the same way. People didn't want to drive cabs because they thought they could never make any money. The cab owner was going to take all the money. No, I was a great cab owner. You got half of what you wanted to pay, half of what you brought in, you got. And if you weren't averaging before tips $20 an hour, then you really weren't putting out any effort. You really weren't. So I could see that, different jobs, you should be making more or less than other jobs. But McDonald's, getting a job at McDonald's where you need to be making $20 an hour, to me is 100% bullcrap. I'm still going to sit on my side of the table, and every time somebody says we need to raise those McDonald's workers up from $10 an hour to $20 an hour so they can have a living wage, it's bullcrap. Minimum wage was never meant by any government or the Fed or anybody else who claims that they have any say in the matter. It was not created to make sure you got paid what you were worth for doing that job. The only minimum that the IRS cares about is how much money you're making minimum, so they can pre-calculate how much you're going to pay in taxes, so they can tell the government ahead of time how much money they're going to have to work with in any one year. And they proved this when Bernie Sanders was running around saying, minimum wage is $7.50. Now we got to get that McDonald's worker $15 an hour. $7.50 an hour is what you were getting paid. $3.75 an hour is what you were paying in taxes. So you were netting $3.75 an hour. So you were making $7.50 an hour. Out of that $7.50, you were making $3.75 an hour. Do the math and figure out what you were making. But when you went to $15 an hour, you were paying $7.50 an hour in taxes and still making, look at your stubs, still making that $7.50 per hour, minus $7.50 an hour in your taxes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not everybody turned out that way. But realistically, that's the only thing they care about. Okay? And they shouldn't be involved in being able to tell employers what they should be paying and shouldn't be paying. Because if you got a job and you don't like what they're paying, go find another job that pays you how much you want to be paid, and make sure it's a job that you're able to do, and take the job. Just stop telling me that, we might have to take Social Security away from you, Dave, so that we can pay some illegal migrant family, illegal alien family that hop, skipped, jumped, and swam into the United States of America. We have to give them your Social Security so they can support themselves and their families and become good American citizens. Bullcrap. Because you're going to keep paying them, and the next time you bring in another illegal alien family, you're going to do exactly the same thing. You're going to cut what you're paying them. And it's just bullcrap. Stop bringing them in. Stop bringing them in. You want to profile what we have here, and make sure that we're not bringing in any more from anywhere else until we're taking care of ourselves first, and then everybody who's already here. Finish the dang border. Okay? Stop telling me we can't finish the border. Stop telling me Mexico wants $20 billion. Because if I was the president and they called me and said, we want $20 billion so we can fix up the border and fix up the damage that has been done with all of these people coming through Mexico on their way to the United States of America. It'll be, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to spend $20 billion and fix up the border so that if you let them in through your southern border, they make it all the way up to your northern border, which you share with us. They're not getting into the United States of America, and you're going to have to figure out a way to support them. We're going to bring back Title 42. If they get in here illegally, they're going to be picked up. They're going to be investigated. They're going to be detained. If we decide we want to keep them here, then maybe we will. If we decide we don't, they hop a plane and they go home. And that's it. We are not taking care of ourselves. And what I really want to know is Joe Biden is giving all of this free money and free stuff to all these people who are here illegally, and then that bridge goes down in Baltimore, and the taxpayers now are going to pay to build a bridge. We're going to pay to build a bridge so that immigrants that we're supporting can go across that bridge day and night, 24 hours a day, and work, and then get into homes that they squatted in and took over and aren't paying to live in. Bullcrap. That is not the way it was supposed to be. Your grandparents, your great-grandparents came to the United States of America from someplace else where they weren't living as well. They knew they were going to get here. They knew they were going to be in a new place. They knew they were going to find opportunities to educate their children and raise them and be healthy, productive, and happy members of America. Yeah, they were going to have to pay taxes, they probably figured, but they understood that. You want the American dream, you got to kind of pay some means of supporting it within reason. Okay, gas prices are starting to go up, and they scare me, especially those ones that have the two prices, like $3.49 a gallon. If you don't have their gas linked to your debit or credit card, or linked to their card or key thing that you wave, and you miss that it says $3.49, and you look up and it's flashing $2.27. So you think that, oh boy, and then you see it change back to $3.50 if you don't have their promotion linked to your card. No. I don't understand. Gas is a private industry. Gas is not something that the government owns, and the government can set the price wherever they want or allow it to be wherever it rises to. There should be a minimum that it doesn't fall below that price, but there should not be, maximums have to be kind of looked at. When everybody's charging $9 a gallon, and they will be one day, when everybody is charging $9 a gallon for a gallon of gas, which costs them $1 to make, no, gas prices shouldn't be more than $3 a gallon at that point then. My father's belief on everything that he got for his coffee bars was cost plus 100% or 150% if he could get it, because in some places that he had stores in, he could get top dollar because his stuff was that good. But with gas, no, it costs 50 cents a gallon. If it costs plus 100%, that's $1. Throw in another 50 cents, that's $1.50. And you're going to sell more gas than you are selling now. Electric cars, if you want one, go buy one. Okay? I don't really care anymore. If you want one, go buy one. Have the right charger put into your house, have the house wiring converted in your house, because it's probably going to interfere with you running your washer, your dryer, your dishwasher, watching TV, anything else that you're going to do in your house when you need to charge the 3 or 4 Teslas that you're going to end up having, so that you have one, your wife has one, your kids have one, your in-laws have one, your parents have one, everybody living there has one. If you want one, go buy one. I really don't. I mean, I look the other day, and a 2025 electric Corvette starts at $87,000 at a Chevy dealer here in Jacksonville. You want one? Go buy one. Really, just go buy one. I'd rather not spend $87,000 on an electric car. I don't trust the government. I don't trust that China has built the technology into all of the components that they're building that are going to go into and operate that car, that they don't have a way to all of a sudden, when you least expect it, just turn your car off, and they don't care. You could be in the fast lane moving at 200 miles an hour, and a car could be 14 car lengths behind you, and they're just going to turn your car off, and you're not going to be able to go anywhere. Or that's what they want us to think they're going to be able to do. They probably are able to do it already. Don't want it. And like I asked yesterday morning with Randy and Bill Muckler, actually I asked Randy, I think it was in the second half of the program. Bill had already gone to get ready for the Bill Muckler show. But why is it okay in the United States of America for China to control 350,000 acres of farmland and own all this other property, Rockefeller Center, this building, that building? Why is it okay for them, but it's not okay for us to own the equivalent over there? No. Eminent domain, take it back. Because they're probably not paying the property taxes on it either, and we're probably letting them get away with it. We're probably paying the property taxes on it for them. Bull crap. You want to own 350,000 acres of farmland in the United States, and you just want to let it sit there and not do anything on it? That's fine with me, but you better be damn well paying the taxes on it. And you better damn well be paying the rainwater taxes, if you got to pay taxes for drinking rainwater on it. But the better thing is, no, you should not be allowed to own that land. Anyway, period. No. Own land in another country? No. Wrong. The exception being, if you're in the hotel business like Trump is, and you have a hotel in every country, that's different. I don't know who owns the land actually, but yeah, that's a different thing than just coming in and buying up 350,000 acres of prime farmland and just not doing anything with it. So think about that. And as I also said, we're going to do a regurgitation. As also said recently, I don't remember the Republican senator's name, but I guess he's very vocal on the fact that we need to start making a new round of sending money to Ukraine. Bullcrap. We need to make a new round of, I don't care that he's a Republican or a Democrat, we need to either re-educate that man on who American taxes are supposed to be used for first, and then if there's money left over and we want to look at sending it somewhere else, maybe okay. But you know what? Bullcrap. This has to stop. And it probably will stop when Trump is back in the Oval Office, because he's just not going to do it anymore. You can stay living the way you are, and you can be happy, and you can just not pay any attention to any of what the politicians are doing, and then one day you'll wake up and you'll be sleeping in a trash can on the side of your house because you came home and the locks were changed and 17 people are now living in your 2-bedroom house, and you can't get in, and they're not going to leave, and this and that and the other thing. I don't know why. I don't know where. I don't know how anybody thinks that's okay. Come here and experience the American dream. Don't come here and let us give you the American dream and leave the American nightmare on the American taxpayers. That's not what it was meant to be. It never was. Come here, maybe get some help while you're settling in, but get a job, go to school. Excuse me. Come here, go to school, get a job, buy a house, get married, have some kids, raise a family. They do the same thing. That's there's no better place to do it than in the home of freedom, the land of the free because of the brave. Join the military and help us out. But we are so screwed up that I just don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I'm tired of hearing the one side that says, "Oh, Trump's not going to win because the Democrats cheated in 2000, and now they're ready to cheat in 2024, and now they're almost ready to cheat again in 2028." If you think that's true, then it's time we stand up to the politicians we sent to Washington, D.C. to represent us, and don't send them back if they're up for re-election this year, and find new ones and send them in. And if they start all of a sudden, "Oh no, now we got to send another $70 trillion to Ukraine, and we have to give money to the Ayatollah Assahola so that he doesn't aim another 100 missiles at Israel." Bullcrap. Bullcrap. We have to change the ideology of people around the world where it's okay to just do that. It's okay to take 100 missiles and build a launch pad for them and just wait for the right opportunity to blow the world up. No. You want Armageddon? Get off this world and go someplace else where you can blow it up. They say the meek shall inherit the earth. And every time I heard that, I used to look at the person and go, "What the hell makes you think we want this place?" I'm not going to get into it with my Christian friends today, but what happens if after the mothership comes and Jesus takes you home and there's no problems? Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I said to Randy Rhodes on a broadcast a week or so ago, what if it now is the motherships coming back, like in Close Encounters of the Third Kind? What if the motherships are coming back now and they're dropping people who they picked up years ago? They're bringing them back, and they're picking up more people, and they're taking us to them, and they're educating us the way we were supposed to be. Maybe there's hope. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there isn't hope. Maybe God is going to hit the red button one day and blow it up. You see that video with Kim Jong putting together the big red button and pushing it, and this Pepsi bottle explodes in that nice lady's face. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe all the old ladies who drink Pepsi and that keeps happening to them are going to go down there and beat the hell out of Kim Jong and teach him, no, it's just not the way we do things here in the world anymore. Why can't we just get together and do what we need to do to be a happy, healthy society where everybody is okay with everybody? We get so many diversions from the government in the course of the day. You got to worry about transgender athletes not changing in the same bathroom or showers as your son or daughter, while the government is doing something else to screw us because they don't care. And then when companies stand up and say, oh, no, we're just not going to do this anymore. Or when they stand up and say, well, you know what, we're going to just allow this. We're going to allow transgenders to come in and use whatever bathroom they want at our places. Well, fortunately, the shareholders sent them a $400 million no, that's not how you're going to do it. And maybe that's the wake up sign. Maybe when people in the cities stop paying their taxes and the school boards can't operate anymore, and the states can't borrow money to keep their schools going, maybe that will be the sign. Maybe the parent-teachers organization, the PTOs, will get together and say, you know what, it's just time that we take back our schools and we do it our way. Well, that's already going on. It's called homeschooling. Okay? And it's not difficult to do. It's time-consuming, and you have to be sure that you can make a commitment to do it. But it can be most rewarding in some cases. And if you're thinking about it, talk to Jen Woodruff. She's the homeschooling mom. She knows more about it than I do, and more about it than a lot of people on Facebook know about it. She's homeschooled all 5 of her children. I think her last one, Juju, is getting near I think she just started, but she may be getting near graduation. I can never remember all of that stuff. But she's raised all 5 of her children and homeschooled them all. So Jen is someone you should talk to. I would have put you in touch with Stephen Tolliver, who often said that he was involved and did the same kind of stuff. But he is now, I believe, in Montana, and my Facebook signal doesn't make it into Montana. So I don't really know. But anyway, if anyone's watching and they got something they want to bring up that we can discuss, we can go ahead and give it a shot. Otherwise, I'm rambling and I'm just regurgitating the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm trying to put a crew of people that want to do 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Saturdays when we can do them. And it, like I said, does not have to be political. It will be somewhat political. The format is pretty much, it will probably start political with a topic. We'll kick that around. It'll tangent to something else, and tangent to something else, and tangent to something else, tangent to something else. And then all of a sudden it's time to wrap it up. And we move back to politics when we tie the ribbon on it. It's a format that used to work here on Facebook. So that's what we're trying to do, and we'd like to do it on Saturday. Anyway, Boogie with the Bull broadcast right now are Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. to about 11:30. Monday and Wednesday, it is Randy Rhodes and I and anybody else who joins us. And Friday, it is Randy, Jen, Woodruff, and I. And Bill Muckler stops by for about a half hour, the host of the Bill Muckler Show, author of the 2020 books, and also author of the novel 6 Soft Targets. All 3 books. 2020, A Clear Vision for America, 2020, A Clear Vision for Our Future, and now 6 Soft Targets, the novel from Bill Muckler, are available at 2020americabook.com. That's 2020americabook.com. 2020americabook.com. Let me flip over here and see if we've covered just about everything. We'll flash this one up on the screen. Tuesday, August 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Jen Woodruff interviews Bonnie Johnson, a humanitarian aid for trafficked children, and Susanna Cardo, who was a trafficked adult that escaped and is now a humanitarian aid. Susanna has a group here on Facebook. We'll tell you all about that. You can become active in that group if you wish. And we'll do a little bit to see what we can do, bringing the whole situation to your attention, and then maybe helping you get involved and see what we all can do towards stopping it. On the 23rd, I believe, Dr. Marilyn Peterson, who is the CEO of a group up in Georgia, Fresh Start Programs, who helps people with exactly that name, gives you a fresh start. She will be our guest. I believe her son, Dr. Craig Peterson, a child psychologist, also will be with us, and we'll talk about that. Jen Woodruff will be controlling the interview, and then that takes us to planned interviews for the moment. Then Thursdays, most weeks, are what we call an open discussion broadcast. Come on in with something to say, or we'll all sit down with something to say. We each get a turn. If you're in the live chat, you get a turn. Everybody talks to everybody. Nobody yells. Nobody screams. And if they do, then we got to kind of deal with it. And people's parachutes may ignite, and they may be removed from the broadcast. When you're cooled off, then come back. But there's so much information to get out to people every day that the yelling and screaming and boogie with the blowouts, as I used to call them, we just don't have time for it anymore. But anyway, we're coming up on 45 minutes, so let's just kind of do that. Monday, Wednesday, Randy Rhodes and I at 10 a.m. Eastern, along with anybody else who joins us. On Friday, it's Red Friday with Bill Muckler. Jen Woodruff joins us. Randy Rhodes joins us. I'm with you. And Bill is with us for about a half hour talking about Red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. Friday, we check in with Bill on the issues that he's reporting on the Bill Muckler Show Monday through Friday. The Bill Muckler Show is Monday through Friday here on Facebook, on his profile, and in the Bill Muckler Show group. Also, you can go to nextgen.com, nexgen.com. You can watch it, you can take it from there, and you can share it anywhere. Or Censorless TV, censorless.tv. You can watch it and take it from there and share it anywhere. I'm going to flash some things on the screen one more time. Bill Muckler's books, 2020, A Clear Vision for America, and 2020, A Clear Vision for Our Future, are available at 2020americabook.com. And I wrote one more. I got to find it. There it is, down here on the bottom. 6 Soft Targets, the new novel from Bill Muckler, is available at 2020americabook.com. I think he said it's $20 because it's a softback. The conservative broadcasting Bible, as I call them, the 2020 books are hardbound books, and you get the set, both of them, A Clear Vision for America and A Clear Vision for Our Future. You get both of them for one $25 payment to Bill. at 2020americabook.com. Bill includes the sales tax, the postage, the whatever money is involved. You just send him the $25 and you get the books. And if you aren't sure about it, talk to people you know that have bought the books and read the books. And I say they're just as true as they were when they were written back in 2015. And it shows in my mind that maybe Bill missed his calling and he should have run for president. Anyway, it is 45 minutes after we started, and I think we've covered just about everything. Once the internet system change has happened and we're up on the AT&T broadband, I may try something a little later this evening just to see if AT&T broadband is as good as I tell you it is. Missy Baummuller up in, I'm going to say Putnam, Connecticut, because that's where I remember when Don and I first got together. Missy lived in the house or cottage, whatever you want to call it, behind us. So I got to meet Missy and Rob and their daughters, and who are now daughters, and Rob and Missy are grandparents, and it's just the way that life should be. It's all about family. It's all about the kids. It's all about raising the next generation. You don't have to be a Republican like I am. You can be a Democrat like somebody else is, or you can be a independent like a lot of people are. As far as I'm concerned, you can be one who doesn't vote. But I've said all along in my 62 years that if you don't vote, you can't bitch. I mean, you can. My brother doesn't vote. My brother bitches all the time. But that's what my father used to say before he passed away. He'd look at my brother and go, well, you know what? If you don't vote, you can't bitch. Probably because my father wouldn't listen to him because, didn't have a relative point to bring to the table and try to discuss, other than this person's bad, that person's bad. Well, they're all bad, okay? The last thought I will leave you with is that after President Trump is back in the Oval Office as the 47th president of the United States, one of the first things that needs to happen, and people in Congress are not going to like this from me, and they're more than welcome to come on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast and discuss it with me, the $174,000 a year that we pay them needs to be changed substantially. When you come in the first term, it shouldn't be anywhere near $174,000. When you come in your second term, yeah, fine, kick it up to $174,000. Depending on how you want to figure it out with term limits, it seems the magic number seems to be 12 years. They want 12 years in the House, which is like 6 2-year terms. They want 12 years in the Senate, which I think is 2 6-year terms, and then kick up, become vice president for 8 years, and then go be president for 8 years, then go home. I personally don't believe as president that you should be getting a pension until you die. Maybe you should, because if you were the president of a large corporation and you retired, you get a pension sometimes. But realistically, no, I don't believe that you should get a pension when you leave being president, because in most cases, you're still young enough to work, or you got all that money that you made while you were being president that you put away for when you weren't going to be president anymore. And we shouldn't be paying your way for the rest of your life. But that's a topic that we can discuss another day. Missy, you should drop by more often. And like I said, Saturdays here, 10 a.m. Eastern today, I put in the in the post in the Facebook news feed that it could be non-political as long as people in the live chat or someone wanted to come on this morning, which most people didn't have enough time to see it, that they were more than welcome to join me this morning. Anybody wanted to bring up non-politics is fine. But like I said, pretty much the format will be that I know we'll launch at whatever time it is, 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening. And it's going to be political, I'm sure, because people are going to want to talk about politics for the first little bit and then segue into something that's not political and then segue back into something that might be quasi-political. I don't really know. It's just... the idea is just to get people together, whether you're watching in the live chats or you're on the broadcast taking part with us in the live chats, and just a chance to relax and talk and have fun. And I got to interrupt that ramble to let you know that now William Grant, who was the first person to hit the Boogie with the Bull live chat this morning, and Danny Campbell, who is the last person to join the live chat, are now equal because I count them. And they are the two that if one of them watches a Boogie with the Bull live broadcast and the other one doesn't, then the one that watched is one ahead and the one who isn't has to catch up. They tie if they both watch, but and then one of these days I have to get them some kind of a prize, maybe a Boogie with the Bull mug or a T-shirt or something to show that we appreciate them watching. We appreciate everybody watching. Our numbers are slowly going up. I mean, by Facebook standards, they're nowhere near anything that Facebook considers important. You have to have 50,000 people watch 180,000 hours of your broadcasts on Facebook Watch or however you get it onto Facebook before they even want to talk to you. And like I said, it's not important because I really don't want their money anyway. When advertisers start giving you money, it's usually because they want you to speak their view because they're giving you money. So that's why we don't want money. As I keep saying, if you're a coffee vendor on Facebook and you think you got a good coffee, get a hold of me. Let's talk. If you're happy with what we do on Boogie with the Bull, I'll give you 4 sponsorship announcements, one every 15 minutes in an hour broadcast. I'll give you 6 in an hour and a half broadcast, one every 15 minutes. And all I ask in return is that maybe once in a while you give us a pound of coffee that we can raffle off to anybody who's watching, then maybe sometimes throw in a coffee mug or something with your name on it or a T-shirt or something or a hat, and we'll help build awareness to your business on Facebook. And it doesn't have to be just coffee. I just think of coffee because that's the main thing that gets us through the 10 o'clock broadcast is a good cup of morning caffeine. So, if you're a silk screener and you silk screen ball caps, T-shirts, jackets, and you want to put Boogie with the Bull on a T-shirt for us or on, we have the Boogie with the Bull mug. We just need some changes to it. But the official logo for all Boogie with the Bull mugs is going to change slightly from the original Boogie with the Bull uncensored. It'll be Boogie with the Bull raised up and nothing below it between the bull's ears. But a truly bipartisan mug for those of you who like ceramic mugs. If you hold it in your right hand, everybody can see that you're a leftist, communist, socialist wingnut who watches Boogie with the Bull broadcast so that you can argue with your friends who are conservative patriots and want nothing more than to remove all of the leftist, socialist, communist wingnuts from the federal government. And hopefully we will in November. I made the mug only because I wanted the mug. We're working on a travel mug. And as soon as my wife and my daughter-in-law, who right now the focal point of their craft business is crochet for all the craft fairs that they are doing here in Florida, which is where they are today. Today, right now, I believe they are at Jacksonville Beach. I believe, I forget exactly what it is, other than I know that there are a whole slew of vendors, But Donna and Angela are crochet members. They do just about everything you can think of, small animals, big animals. They take custom orders. They have a page here on Facebook. It is Family Treasures page. And if you go there, you can like the page, you can follow the page, you'll get information on where they're going to be, when they're going to be there. You'll see all kinds of pictures of the stuff they had where they were there, or stuff that they have available. Like I said, they take custom orders. They will deliver here in the Clay County area. If you're lucky, every once in a while, you'll see me at what? I was with Donna at the craft fair in Fleming Island, over by Fleming Island High School, and it was kind of fun. Watching people just ooh ah, and just pick up something and go, oh wow, that is so cool. How much do you want for it? $1 million. I'll give you $2 million. But a lot of fun to see people find exactly what they want. And just a bunch of different animals and really cool things that people make with crochet. I'm tired and run out of words. Anyway, now we've got it to 57 minutes, 3 minutes short. So we are going to wrap it up in 3 minutes. That'll be 11:35, and we did start a little bit late. I apologize. Originally, it was going to be 10 a.m., but something happened, and it took me half an hour to work that situation out. And here we are. Like I said, at some point this afternoon, we're supposed to change from Xfinity, which is absolutely terrible as far as I am concerned. I don't care if you have the best speed, the highest speed, or the slowest speed, or you just use it to live stream what you watch on TV because you don't want to have cable anymore. Just not good is all I'm going to say. AT&T broadband has always been close to true broadcast quality for me. The best signal, the best speeds. We don't have interference problems like we have a lot on the broadcast. So I'm very happy that we're going back to AT&T broadband. But you have to use what is available where you can get it. And that's about all I have to say. So I will thank Danny Campbell for tuning in and watching, my cousin Missy Baummuller up in Connecticut, Jeffrey Brian Chinnebert, who, like I said, goes to the Dave Glovin profile usually around 6 o'clock in the evening, I think, and posts a whole slew of good night memes, and usually some funny sign memes as well. And I don't remember what time he posts the morning ones. He might be posting them both together. I don't know, because I told him that I collect memes, and I often go through and just put them right into my meme collection, because I never have enough good morning memes. I never have enough good morning Monday, good morning Tuesday, good morning each day memes. Art Sessa does go through all the groups and generally puts up the Lord's Prayer in all of our groups on each morning, regardless of what Facebook thinks about it and what it, I don't care. We're going to keep putting it up. Arch Kennedy posts a lot on Sunday in our groups, and we always appreciate that. Anybody else is more than welcome to post what you are religiously in uh, in any of our groups on Facebook. And as I had said earlier, last night it appeared that every time I welcomed someone into one of our groups, I got a 1 hour restriction from Facebook. And if I tried to do it even in the groups I was in, and not just my own groups, I got another 1 hour restriction. It doesn't seem like they're actually happening other than the inconvenience of being told that you have a 1 hour restriction, and I guess you can't post welcomes in your groups or in other groups or whatever. And as I said yesterday, it's not going to stop me, okay? Matter of fact, if you're not in any of our groups, and I'll give you the name in just a minute. If you're not in any of our groups, join the groups this weekend just so you can be approved in the private ones or just automatically listed in the public ones. And I will welcome you just so that I can get the 1 hour restriction for welcoming you to our groups. They are American Regulators, Boogie with the Bull, True Patriot Talk. Conservative Freedom Defenders is Art Sessa's group, which we are proud to help him. And from there we go down to MAGA News Nation, Red Patriots for America, the Red MAGA Nation, which we have with Roland Hatton, and let's see, the United Media Group Uncensored, the World United as One Against Government Overreach, which actually got its first partly false, whatever information thing from Facebook in the entire time that I've been an admin of it. Of course, it came from a fact checker in France, which tends to tell me it's 100% bullshit because the report is sent to you in French and you have to go look for it, look for the English translation, and which just tells me that it's just BS. And on public forums, there's no, on public forums, when Facebook would tell me, because Facebook is a public forum, that they think we put up something that was partly false. I used to go, no, we put up something that was partly true. You decided something is partly false, and then the whole hassle begins. And, I don't care. I wish Facebook would just boot us all off one night at like 11 o'clock. And when they turned it back on at midnight, it would just be a publisher who controls everything. What you can do, who can log on to it, what you can do on it, who can log off from it, and, then leave me the hell alone as far as I am concerned. And just let me move on. I'm having more fun when I get the 1 hour restrictions on Facebook. I just log out and I go to X, where I'm at Boogie WT Bull. So follow me on X, Twitter, at Boogie WT Bull. And I retweet a lot. And you're more than welcome to retweet my stuff. I'll retweet your stuff. I'll follow you. And, just time to get the right information out to everybody, not worry about, Meta doesn't want you to do it. They're going to start election manipulation 2024 any day now if they haven't already started it. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Okay? I don't want to deal with it anymore. Wake up 8 o'clock in the morning, sit down with a cup of coffee, and by 10 o'clock, I got a migraine headache so bad I got to go lay down because Facebook is just so full of BS that a lot of times it's just not worth getting out of bed and doing it. You will see more Boogie with the Bull broadcasts linked to X before we are able to sign the contracts and be able to be an actual live streamer to X. We will go back to linking the broadcast to the at Boogie WT Bull profile, and we will tweet them all over Facebook. And if you like them, we hope that you will tweet them all over Facebook and all over Twitter, and people will watch them. And we'll grow over there. Yeah, we're going to do something with Rumble. We really need to do something with YouTube, because the problem is with YouTube, every time we say something bad that they disagree with about vaccines, they whack us and edit a portion of the program, or they give me a strike, and eventually strikes can be some kind of suspension. I'm 62 years old. I'm 2.5 years into Lewy body dementia. I'm 16 years into bipolar. I just don't care to deal with what I can say and what I can't say, and what I can say where and what I can't say where each time I come on and do a broadcast. So if you're on Facebook and you disagree with conservative patriot politics, you disagree with Biden bashing, you disagree when people stand up to you that Trump pretty well, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be your next president, and things are going to change. You have to decide when you see that a Boogie with the Bull broadcast is on, that whether or not you want to watch it. And matter of fact, what you really have to decide is whether or not you want to come on. Because my belief is I will sit here and I will allow you or anyone else to come on to a Boogie with the Bull broadcast and rip me up one side and down the other without raising your voice. Rip me up one side, down the other on how you disagree with everything I do on Facebook or social media, as long as you remain there and give me a chance to, in this level of a voice, rebut everything that you said. And then if you want to ignite your parachute and leave, that's totally up to you. Because it's just getting to a point where it's just not worth it on Facebook anymore, really. I'd rather just go over to X and find stuff, go over to Streetlock and find stuff, and post stuff on Facebook in our groups, on my profile, talk about them on the broadcasts, and get people to follow me on X and follow me on Streetlock for now, and Truth Social as well, where we can all just be who we are without worrying about Facebook politics and meta politics, and worrying about every time I hear a doorbell or a car pull up in the driveway, if it's Biden's coming to take me to get Mo. Because it just isn't worth it anymore. Okay, if they really don't want people to talk the truth, and they're doing as much as they're doing to make sure I can't tell you the truth or share the truth with you, then maybe it's just time to leave. I like what I do here. I like doing the broadcasts. I like the groups. I love the admins that I work with. Art Sessa has been the longest admin on Facebook that I have worked with. Art Sessa has been the longest. We go back to the ETECP Hardcore Conservatives group. And then when I left, he started Conservative Freedom Defenders. So, a lot of respect for the man, and just happy to work with him. Same with Vita Marie Hoffman with MAGA News Nation. It's my pleasure to be a part of that group, and it's growing. And Red MAGA Nation with Roland Hatton is growing, and the World United as One Against Government Overreach is growing. Very active posts coming almost daily, every day usually, from Israel, keeping us up to date with what is going on in the Israel-Hamas conflict, and maybe some discussions will start growing. That would be very nice. And that's we're just doing it. Sometimes it takes a while for your groups to grow on Facebook. And Robin Brunson is here. Robin Brunson is the lady who mentioned Fat Cup Coffee Company a couple of months ago and sent us a sample. She's not affiliated with them, but she sent us a sample of their coffee, which is fantastic. You want a good, strong, dark. I think it's an Italian roast, a good, strong, dark Italian roast, but it doesn't matter what it is. It's really good. Go to Fat Cup Coffee Facebook page and then go over to the Fat Cup Coffee Company website and take a look around and order. And if you do order and there's places to put a comment, tell them that I told you to go over there, and maybe one day they will honor Boogie with the Bull by becoming a sponsor. And we'll go from there. So this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you you've been watching Boogie with the Bull. No, excuse me. This is the part of the broadcast where you've been watching a rare Saturday morning Boogie with the Bull, a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. And the next scheduled one is Monday morning at 10 a.m. with Randy Rhodes. And if you want to be on that broadcast, let us know by 9 a.m. Message me on Facebook, and you probably will be. Good morning to Susanna Cardo, and she's the last person that I'm going to acknowledge because, like I said, I'm going to pull the plug. The dogs were fed. The cat was fed. I need to be fed, and I'm hungry. So anyway, it was my pleasure to abuse your time. And like I said, once they make the technology change sometime today, maybe we'll pop back in and do a test just to see how much better it is. Anyway, I'm Dave Glovin. You're not. Double V's for victory. That this Boogie with the Bull broadcast is coming to an end. One more.